Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for another video. We're going to take a look at something I've touched on in the past. We're going to go back and take a look at some examples. We're going to take a look at some new examples, and we're going to take a look at how this is an ongoing issue. Now, I would like you guys to let me know down in the comments. Be honest, be upfront and honest. If you were just scrolling through thousands of cards and you took a look at this bad boy, you quickly glanced at it, you were bidding on a bunch of stuff because, man, auctions are a great place for sweet deals, but you need to be careful regardless of where you're purchasing. And yes, this is largely PSA's fault. This is also the auction company's fault. They should not be listing anything of the sort. But let me know down below. Be honest, because I think it's only like 1% of people that have ever dealt in PSA cards that would know that this indicates that this thing is counterfeit. It's counterfeit. Should it have been graded? Should PSA ever put counterfeit cards, knowingly put counterfeit cards in a case? No, absolutely not. It's the stupidest shit that's ever existed, and it's dumb that they aren't cleaning up their mess. Because yes, it is a mess. We have somebody paid $810 with buyer's premium for a counterfeit card with a signature on it, and to each their own. Maybe if they're putting it on a counterfeit card, is it a real signature? We've had PSA, we've had the grading companies verify or authenticate signatures before, and it turned out that they were not even close to the real thing. So you're paying for $810 for a proxy. You can probably get on AliExpress or something for cents. You probably get a whole big ass deck of them for $20. Now, if you guessed, if you knew that the indicator here on the top that says trading card really actually is French, maybe. Is it French? For counterfeit trading card. Counterfeit Magic the Gathering card. Now, yes, your mind is blown. I'm sure it is. Why the fuck would PSA do something so stupid? Why would they put why wouldn't they indicate that it's counterfeit? And yes, the grading company shouldn't have done this, but also at the same time, the auction companies need to not list this stuff because it's being used, it's being abused. And again, if you're an auction house, if you're PWCC, if you're Joe Blow McConsigner to the max, you're gonna get people who are using you to fuck other people. And this is one of those examples. There is no chance. No chance. And yes, if we give a little scroll up in the little gray font here, on gray, in small font, it says this card has not been authenticated, autograph only. So it doesn't say it's counterfeit, but it is. So PSA, if you want to grade counterfeit cards, I'm embarrassed for you, but you should at least indicate on here that it's counterfeit. Otherwise, don't put it in a fucking case. How am I supposed? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And the amount of people that are going to know this is what it is, even experienced collectors have fallen for this shit. We had Rusty bought a cut card. It said cut instead of trading card there because he was under the impression that it was something that it wasn't. It's deceiving. It's lacking information that could easily be there. And yes, the cut stuff, most of that was coming from somebody that worked at PSA and was fired for it. So we have people outside of PSA, people that are submitting cards to PSA that are abusing this. I guess they can't fire their customers. Maybe, I don't know if they did anything about the customers that are abusing the system. I mean, it shouldn't have been there to begin with. It's clearly exploitable. And it clearly has been. And every single one of these fucking cards that were not authenticated, that's got a red stripe around the outside, that looks like the real thing, other than the fact that it doesn't say Magic the Gathering. And sometimes the PSA labels, I would say no offense, but extra offense PSA, they're pretty fucking lacking in whatever the fuck is supposed to be going on with the card. Sometimes they're stupid. Sometimes they lack details. Sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes it's the wrong card. It's going to happen with all these grading companies because, again, they're just pumping your shit through, putting it in plastic, and charging you money for it. Now, yes, once again, this is the example we're taking a look at, but there's many more that have been sold on PWCC. We've had this shit sold on Golden. We've had it sold everywhere. Golden definitely should have known better if they're in under, well, I guess at the time they were in under the collector's fucking umbrella. Yeah, these last couple videos I've been extra heated. I hate seeing this shit over and over again. And again, it's by companies that are going to fucking claim that they have you. Don't worry, guys. We have collectors are our best interest because they're our customers and they're our lifeblood and they're our heartbeat. And we love them. We love the community. Fuck off. Fucking clean it up. How many people need to be ripped off by this shit? Right in fucking broad daylight. On fucking platforms. Public platforms. How many people need to be ripped off before PWCC does something? before PSA does something. Deactivate the certs. Get them sent in for free. No charge. Reholder, no charge. Cert deactivated. That way, and yes, if you're a consignment company, you should be typing in every single one of those fucking numbers. No excuses. You want to sell, you want to make a commission off this shit, type in each number. Scan it when it's in there. Scan it even. Use the barcode. The barcode is the number for anyone that isn't familiar. So here we have it. We have Rebel, LGS salesperson. So yes, this is somebody that deals in cards. This is somebody that's spending $800 and something on one magic card on an auction. This is a customer of PWCC. Shame on them for not making this right and for listing the shit to begin with, because clearly they know that it's counterfeit or not authentic or not authenticated. Even calling it not authenticated is fucking greasy. They should know what a fake magic card looks like. And yes, it's going to be hard to tell in the photos whether or not it's the real deal. And if you're bidding on a bunch of stuff, everything ends at the same time. You're gonna be going through. If it's anything like I do when I go through, I'm going through tons of cards. I'm looking at the cards. I'm looking for deals. Looking at stuff that's cool. You maybe slap a bid on it, and the bid doesn't even have to be that high, because maybe other people understand that this is a counterfeit card, and maybe you don't. So clearly they realized when they got it in hand, how many people have purchased these and have these in their collection. Maybe somebody that gradually dipped their toes in the hobby, then maybe they spent $1,000 on something. And then years from now, maybe they watch this video and they're like, oh fuck, I spent $1,000 on a counterfeit card that's worth nothing. And the signature probably isn't real. Like, that's who you're fucking. Not only that, like, just, again, this is not like something someone should be ashamed about. Because until I came across it, I wouldn't think that it wouldn't even cross my mind that a company would do something so fucking stupid and so easily exploitable. When you have a reputation to hold as the biggest grading company, but you're putting fucking counterfeit cards. Don't make it an option. It should never be an option. So Rebel says, hello, PWCC Marketplace. I bought Magic the Gathering card from your marketplace and it's still not authentic. For why I believe this is fake Magic the Gathering, it's fake. They didn't authenticate it. It's fake. And the thing is, it's easier to tell, not necessarily from the scans, but you shouldn't have to go in and look in detail on any of the cards that are being listed on this platform. It's on the grading company to make sure they're grading authentic cards. And it's on the platform to make sure that if the grading company does something so stupid as to grade cards that are not authentic, PSA is not doing anything about this. They don't think they have to do anything about this. They'll take your money. They will absolutely fucking empty your wallet. They'll tell you, oh yeah, you should grade all your cards with PSA. It's the best. They'll take your upcharges. They'll take all of this shit. Then when it comes to like something as simple as just not encapsulating items that are not authentic. This has not been authenticated. That's a huge difference between not authenticated and this is fucking counterfeits. Obvious counterfeits being put into these slabs. Maybe it's somebody that just got into Magic and doesn't realize. And I agree here with iJevin, who says charge back on your card or PayPal due to fraud. I 100% agree. I don't care if PWCC is like, oh, Rattle, fuck you. You're not allowed to have an affiliate code anymore. Or PSA is like, oh, fuck you, Rattle. I mean, everything here. I want to be transparent with this stuff. They have a mess that they need to clean up. If they want to do the right thing for the collectors, their name collectors, then fucking fix this. Fucking deactivate every single one of these fuckers. It's your fault that they're being exploited. It is 100% PSA's fault that they provided something so easy for people to exploit. The same with the cut shit that their own employee was fucking exploiting. We'll touch on that a little bit. So here, we have the video here. PSA slabbed these counterfeit cards on purpose. And yes, sports cards. We have the signature on the left-hand side here. That was cut out from a shipping document from an employee at PSA who was also helping with signing events, running signing events, and whoop-de-doo. He was exploiting it the same way that customers are exploiting it. Customers, grimy customers. Anyone doing this shit is fucking gross. So here we have a nice baseball example. We have card. Does anyone, when they read the word card, not knowing what we know from this video and the previous video, why that would mean that it's not an authentic card? If PSA grades multiple things, if they grade cards and other shit, collectors grades other shit, maybe they're just indicating that it's a card, right? And then here, in the description, we got golden, it's listed as a fucking rookie card. And that it's a 10. Like, holy fuck, man. So the company that's owned by the same company, or was at the time, Golden, as PSA, didn't even know the difference. How the fuck does the average consumer know? Does the experienced consumer know? If Ken Golden, his own company that's auctioning this shit off, can't even tell that card means counterfeit card. And again, if it's a counterfeit card that's signed, I am drastically, super duper, extreme to the extreme, doubting the fact that the signatures are real. Because guess what? You buy fucking a jillion of these, you print them off, whatever the fuck, wherever the fuck they came from, counterfeit cards, you make new PSA accounts, you send these in, and sometimes PSA is fucking dumb, and they authenticate a signature. And guess what? If they don't, if they keep the card, if they shut the account down, who cares? That's fucking, what does it cost? 20 cents? Sick. And you can pawn it off on somebody who spends a bunch of money? $1,400. Shame on PSA for this shit. Shame on them for not being more responsible in the beginning, and shame on them for doing fucking nothing now. Look at this shit. Like, even if it's a couple $100, like, it's still burning customers. Why the fuck should people trust PSA? Again, and maybe it's an oopsie doopsie, but clean it up. Easy peasy. Here we go again. Trading card. Does anyone know? This is DC Sports 87. Selling it. They don't know. How do you know? You have people that are spending every fucking day dealing with this shit. Large businesses that spend every day, that have experts, that have people that are experienced in all of this stuff, that don't know the difference. I hope they don't know the difference, and it's not like a misleading thing on the part of Golden or on the part of DC Sports. Then we have stuff like this. So when we get into stuff like this, where we have wiped signatures, PSA has proof. PSA doesn't deactivate the card. This is deceiving. It doesn't matter if it says authentic altered on some of them. When they doesn't have the grade on the PSA website, you have to go in and it says like AA next to it. It's not transparent. You have a whole fucking web page dedicated to each individual cert. You can have all of the details there. Not to mention these should have been just deactivated. So this is a sick, nasty story about our boy Ultimate Poke Flute and his Brandon expedition of fucking over poor health artists, getting them to sign for free, and then wiping off the personalizations and selling them. Him and his G-Master buddy. Fucking disgusting shit. And this is the kind of stuff that you need to discourage. If you want to be PSA, if you want to be the leader, if you want to be the for the collectors, whatever other bullshit you want to fucking pump out of your mouth, do something about the fucking shit that matters. Do the stuff that's in the best interest of your customers, of the people in the hobby that you care so fucking much about, instead of fucking sitting back and doing whatever makes the most sense financially, makes the most sense in terms of like the amount of effort that has to go into it. Own up to shit. Just if it was a mistake, own up to it, fix it, and not fucking sweep it under the rug like the stupid fucking vending machine shit that is linked back to fucking known trimmers, scammers, and people that are almost certainly banned from PSA. It's the same shit over and over again. It's like, people forget about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the people that are going to get funked by these over and over and over again. And then what's the option? Charge back, which is the fucking, that's what you should do. That's what I would do. I mean, make your own decisions, do what you got to do. But I'd be charging this back. If I bought this from PWCC or any other auction house, if I could not get a refund on it, and if it was me in that position where I paid $800 for a 20-cent card, with a questionable, probably not even real signature on it. If it's a fake card, why should I assume that it's a real signature? And even if it is, like, you're paying $800 for a signature on something that you don't want it on. It's gross. So then we have the whole cutting thing. They claimed that they were apologizing to the artist, Kuki Saito, and they didn't. They hadn't. They claimed that they already did. They made it right. They didn't make it right. So again, stop fucking lying. Just fucking own it. If the vending machine shit was bad, own it. If the fucking if this stuff was bad, so then we have Ryan Hoge, who tells us, "Oh, don't worry, guys. We're gonna have blue around the outside now. Not only will it not describe the card as real or not, it's still a trading card, but we'll put blue around the outside as a warning. So then people have to know what the fuck blue means instead of just putting counterfeit trading card. It should go through. I don't give a shit if you want to grade. If you don't want to grade the card, sure. Every card that's encapsulated in PSA slabs should be authenticated, at least to the best of their ability. If it's something that is like a card that is like homemade, put homemade. Put, we do not grade this fucking series or whatever the hell it is. We don't have the expertise. We're dumb and we just want to take your money to put it in plastic regardless. The blue outline, it should just say counterfeit trading card. If it's a card that exists, different. Maybe we make an exception here for cards. We're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt here. We're gonna give them like a little avenue for all the people that want to grade something that is not a real card, that is whatever series that they don't want to put the time and effort into authenticating, but they still want to take your $10 or $20 to grade it, to put it in a slabby wabby. It's so stupid. It's what the hell. Just don't, there's this weird scenario where you just don't grade it. I know the grading companies don't understand that because it's like, wait, but we can charge money if we grade it. Yeah, but you look fucking dumb. And what percentage of this is like the actual business coming in? And what percentage of that is people looking to fuck other people that they don't need a different option? Like, holy moly, man. So if that isn't enough, we had the before and after pictures of the wiped signatures that they did fucking little to nothing about. People are going to get fucked on those. Again, people rely on this shit. People that are new, people that are lazy, people that just don't have enough time, that aren't fully invested. They don't spend every day, all day looking at this shit. That's why I'm here. My apologies if the videos are long, but we got to go through all the details. If people want to learn, they need to see all of the details. Now, we have photo matched images here. They use them for baseball bats. PSA will gladly do that. Collectors will gladly, we can authenticate this baseball bat based on this old ass fucking black and white image. That's the thing, right? But they can't do it when it comes to blowout examples of cards that are trimmed, where there's clearly a piece of the card that is missing. They can't do it with the signatures. It's so dumb. Like, just be consistent. Mistakes are going to be made. I'm forgiving on mistakes, like dumb mistakes with the label swapped, dumb mistakes where they give something a 10 and it was really a fucking 3. Shit like that is going to happen. But overall, policies where decisions are made that make or break, that are either in the best interest or in the best interest of, it can still be in the best interest. It's your reputation. Bad news for you, PSA. As Sports Card Radio pointed out, you're selling your reputation. You're not selling a better service than other grading companies. I don't believe it. You make just as many mistakes, probably on average, as the other companies. You've done shady stuff like the other companies. You've done things that prove that you're in the best interest of yourselves. You've done stupid stuff that allowed people to take advantage of the market. And you lack transparency, just like all the other grading companies. You don't own up to the shit that, like, you make a mistake, own up to it. All right, we got a little bit of a drive-by here on CGC. There was a bunch of these green label CGC things. Again, it's like anything to take your fucking money, grading companies, anything. It doesn't matter. Shit that they shouldn't grade it. Especially with CGC and their, like, just desire to grade anything that's a test print or anything of the sort. They want to be storage wars, auction wars, pawn stars, whatever the fuck they want to be. I guess it's pretty fitting when you have Chum-Li hanging out with you all the time. that that's what happens. So now we have Time Twister Magic the Gathering 99 Alpha Rare. So sick nasty. This is kind of gross. Unwitnessed signature. So they're not saying, they're just kind of like absolving themselves from responsibility on whether or not this is a real signature. They don't want to authenticate it, so they're going to say that it's unwitnessed, and they'll put a green label on it. I don't know why anyone would fake a signature on this. I don't think it necessarily adds all that much value to an alpha card, an alpha rare at that. Probably not happening. But again, it's just like oh, you can't authenticate it, but we'll still take your money. It's the same thing over and over again with these companies. Trading card. Does anyone know if this is real? We have an autographed trading card, auto PSA DNA auth. So again, it shouldn't just say trading card. Is this a real trading card or not? Is it a real trading card? Don't grade it if it's not. So we have all kinds of shit. If you can go in here and you can actually search trading card, and some of it, yeah, it's probably cards that are not actually. And it's just the sketchiest shit. Like, you need to know inside and out if you're buying something like this, and it's just noob trap central. But the worst part is the ones that say trading card that have real versions of that card, specifically the ones that are counterfeit cards, like the Magic the Gathering card that someone got burned on for $810, or this Ancestral Recall. It's a trading card. It's not, guys, it's not an Ancestral Recall. It's just a trading card, $990. Does this person know that that's not authentic or not authenticated? It says so on the bottom here. As we go through here, you'll see that this seems to be a trend. And again, if somebody can exploit this, they're going to exploit it. They're going to exploit it over and over and over again. And even as recently as, when is this? Doesn't say the date here, but as recently, I think it was last month, there was no indication here on whether or not this was not authenticated or not. So clearly it's been an issue for PWCC in the past. So they should just not accept these. I know, it's wild, right? PWCC, please. You don't want the extra headache for the buyer's premium, for the amount of fees that you're charging on this stuff that's going through here, that's getting pumped through here, and it's probably somebody that's looking to exploit others. You do not want that business. I know, it's wild to say. You gotta hold back. $540. Guy's Cradle. No, sorry, not Guy's Cradle. Trading card. I guess at that point they didn't put it on the Pokemon one, but they were still putting it on Magic. Okay, it shows the date here. I'm blind. 6/23. 6/23. Again, are these real? Autograph only. It's pretty bad when PWCC has to put this here, but also should be like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't sell these for people. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Chaos Orb. Again, and this is not low dollar stuff. If you think somebody saw, like, on the listing, we have it highlighted now, so it's a little bit more obvious, but you're in there, you're probably pumping some bids on some stuff. You see a Chaos Orb, it's authentic, auto, cool, it's auto, cool. I look at the condition. Damn, that's in good shape. There must be like a little ding on it or something that they didn't want to put a grade on it. Like, it should be as easy as possible. If PSA's business model, if the grading company's business model is saying, hey, you're too fucking dumb to tell what condition this is in, so you need us. You're too dumb to tell if this is real or not. You need us. Give us some money on all of your cards. Oh yeah. Oh, we got a 10? Don't worry. We'll just charge you a little extra. It's good when you get upcharged. It's a good thing. It's a good thing when you get, it's worth more. It's because it's worth more. It's because of the guarantee. The same people that are relying on that stuff, the people that are just getting their toes in, the people that are part-time, the people that are not full-time Pokemon, full-time sports, full-time Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, the people that don't have their fucking brain just completely enveloped inside to out with fucking knowledge on this shit are not going to know this. The people that don't watch this video are not going to know this. There's probably like, I would say 1% is generous. So here we don't have anything involving whether or not it's a real card. Here we don't have anything. So this was the beginning of last month. So a month ago, there was no mention of it. Same issue, I'm sure, came up. And their solution was put some little gray text on the listing, down below the listing, so the people will know that, hey, this is maybe not a real card. Maybe not a real card. We're not going to say if it's real or not. It's maybe not real. Like, this is so grimy. Because there are times where people will only grade the auto. And if you don't know the inside and out of, like, what the label looks like on one or the other, and the labels, again, they've changed. Sometimes they're fucking, the amount of information on them is usually pretty fucking useless, because they got like 6 words that they can fit on there. Again, and there's nothing. They're just going to, like, oh, you authenticate it yourself. We're just gonna say that the auto on the counterfeit card is real. I don't trust any of the autos. I mean, I'm not an auto purchaser, collector of any kind. But when it's not even on a real card, I would not put any money in a bet that it's a real auto. It could be a real auto, but still, at the same time, $500 autograph. Again, I don't know what any of these what the autograph premiums are. I think a lot of the Magic the Gathering, like events and artists and stuff like that, I think they're typically signing for free. But even if they're signing, even if they charge like a $50 fee or something like that, when you have these cards selling for, you know, $1,000, $1,500, and then we have other stuff that's just like card, as I mentioned, there's cut, where the signature is like cut off of something and put onto something else. It's just all deceptive. If you can't be 100% transparent with it, if you can't authenticate everything within the slab, same with the CGC stuff. If you can't authenticate the signature, if you don't want to put your name behind that, don't put it in the slab. I don't care if you put blue, red, green. I don't care if you put diarrhea brown around the outside of the label. Indicate whether or not it's real. If you don't have the means to authenticate both the signature and the card, anyone that's authenticating the signature, I hope to fucking God they can also tell if it's a fake Magic card or not. If you have somebody that's an expert in Magic the Gathering autographs, that's supposed to be, you know, this is what people are putting their money into, I sure as hell hope they can tell what a fucking proxy card looks like when they have it in hand. And again, you don't have to image compare, even though autographs are pretty much image comparing. So again, it's just hypocrisy to the max with all of this shit, and I'm fucking sick of it. Just fucking own it. I'm never going to grade cards with any of these companies. I don't care if you guys do. But please, you need to know more than the grading company, because they're going to be lazy. They're not going to be as knowledgeable as you are if you spent a few years, you know, really grinding out, learning this stuff, especially if it's niche stuff that you're focused in on. So be careful out there. Do not trust anything just because it's in a fucking slab. And if you get stuck in a situation like this, I hope you get your money back. Hopefully PSA does the right thing. Again, they've proven that they kind of, they dabble. They know what the right thing is. They know what the right thing to do here is. But maybe they're looking at the numbers and like, oh fuck, if we deactivate all of those and we have to like reslab them, we have to put blue and put counterfeit card or unlicensed card. How hard would it be to put you got one word on the top here. You got room for a couple more. Just put unlicensed card or counterfeit card. I mean, it will look fucking stupid if you're a company that authenticates things and you put that it's counterfeit and you still put it in a slab and you put your name on it. But that's what you're doing anyway. It's just less transparent. So thanks for tuning in. Happy Friday. Love you guys. Join the Discord. See you next time. Bye.